5 things that you can do for Gaza right now. Number 1, dua. Dua isn't something that you just do when you've lost all hope of other things. No. Dua is our weapon. It's the weapon of the believer. Dua is a way that we can make a cause reach its intended effect. This is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hands. So make dua for brothers and sisters in Gaza and all around the world, but specifically when they're suffering right now in what many scholars and many academics and many legal experts are calling attempted genocide. Look for those times and places where dua is more beloved to Allah, like on Jum'ah, like on Friday, all day on Friday, and particularly the time in the last few moments between Asr and Maghrib on Friday, for example. Make dua using Allah's beautiful names and attributes. Make tawassul through His names and attributes. Ask the Rahman to have mercy on the shuhada. Ask Al-Jabbar, Al-Mutakabbir to help them win over their oppressors, for example. So number 1, make dua for your brothers and sisters. And remember the etiquettes of dua: facing Qibla, raising your hands, looking towards the sky in a hopeful sense. Repeating your plea 3 times, for example. So number 1, make dua for your brothers and sisters in Gaza. Number 2, lobby. All of us can do this. Go to theyworkforyou.com. Put your postcode into the little box and you'll easily get a list of people you can message right now and say, I am so and so, I live in your constituency. I want you to speak up for the people of Gaza. I want you to vote this way. I want you to vote that way. It's not necessarily going to change the whole situation overnight, but if enough of us do this, and this is our duty as citizens, we need to put pressure on people who claim to work for us so that they know, come next election, for example, they know so and so, in my constituency, or this many 100 people, this many 1,000 people, they're going to be watching my activities and they could be kicking me out of my position. So put pressure on and have a good relationship with your MP as well. Go to meet them and lobby them to speak up. Even if it's just for the sake of your children, seeing their father, seeing their mother, acting in that power dynamic towards their local MP. They're not seeing their mother and father coming with cap in hand, begging them for something. No, they're organizing hustings. They're inviting them to their masjid, their community center, so they can quiz them, so they can make demands to them. Because you work for us and we demand that you say this and this for our interests in Parliament, for example. So that's number 2, lobby. Number 3, raise general awareness yourself. Number 1, dua. Number 2, lobby. Number 3, raise general awareness for yourself for the plight of our brothers and sisters in Gaza. All of us have the ability to make something go viral. If you're in any algorithmically controlled space, Twitter or now X, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, and you scroll quickly on your infinite timeline, you scroll quickly across something, that's going to mark that piece of information, that piece of content as lower engagement. And enough people do that, it's going to show that to fewer and fewer people. If you pause on something, if you click play, if it's a video, if you click open, and if it's an article, or you spend some time, you pause, you're looking at the adverts on that, next to that a piece of content, you write a message, you write a comment, you react, you like, you share it, then that piece of content will be deemed as of higher engagement potential, and it will likely show it to more and more people. That's how ordinary people like you and me have the ability to make something go viral. So when you see the truth, when you see someone who is correcting and fact-checking propaganda from the Israelis, for example, when you see that, don't just scroll past it, pause on it, interact with it, and help it go viral. This includes also sending messages of support to good journalists that are doing good work, that are spreading the truth, that aren't just taking Israeli propaganda and using that as the starting point for everything else. Do you condemn this? Could you condemn that? Look at these, these poor innocent Israelis. They're just minding their own business and sitting around, and some people are coming and attacking them. No. Look for those journalists that are doing good work, that are actually showing the whole story, and support them. Give them messages of support. Email. If you Google, you can email. You can find the email addresses of all the editors of every newspaper in the country, for example. Email the editors saying, look, this journalist, he did a great, fantastic job. One time a few years ago, a woman in the BBC, for example, she did a fantastic piece of work on a case that I was involved in. And when I messaged her to thank her, she said, we got loads of complaints. Whenever we whenever we do a news piece showing Muslims in a good light, we get lots of complaints. Where are the Muslims? We, just like we should complain when we see something wrong, we should commend when we see something right. Those journalists, even non-Muslim journalists who are ethical, who have that desire to, speak the truth or to inform the public, with empirical reality instead of propaganda and stereotypes and ancient racist myths against Muslims and Palestinians and so forth. When we see people doing a good job, we should encourage them. So that's number 3. Number 1, dua. Number 2, lobbying. Number 3, raising awareness online, including doing it yourself, helping things go viral, and encouraging and signal boosting and commending those journalists that are doing a good job. So number 4, send moral support. This is something we can all do. Send moral support to our brothers and sisters in Gaza. This can be in finding them online and messaging them, we are with you. Sending them, making your children in madrasa make cards and displays and put them on the wall and send pictures of those, or send them directly when we send trucks of aid and so forth. Go and attend public displays of solidarity. This is something we can all do, and do not underestimate the power, the impact that moral support has on someone who is going through a hard time. Even if you're having a bad day and you see a familiar face, a friendly face, and they just give you a good nod and they give you a message of support and encouragement, it helps you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave moral support to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was being attacked. Noon wal qalmi wa ma yasturun ma anta bi ni'mati rabbika bi majnun. Noon, I swear by the pen and that which they ascribe and that which they inscribe. You are not, by the permission of your Lord, by the grace of your Lord, a madman. You have an unending reward. You are on a high level of character. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is supporting and giving moral support and solidarity and consolation to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how about us? If the strongest heart in creation can receive support and moral support and can benefit from that, what about us who are weak and who need that support from one another? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever removes one distress of his brother in the world, Allah will remove a distress from him on the Day of Judgment. Subhanallah. So next time you have an opportunity to go to your local area or your city or anywhere in the country that is doing a massive display of solidarity for our brothers and sisters, if this is our intention alone, that's enough of an intention just to be one body amongst a mass of bodies who are showing solidarity and support. And number 5, charity. Put your money where your mouth is. The Israelis, yes, they love to mow the lawn, as they say, this twisted euphemism of killing the Palestinian population, whom they have put in the largest concentration camp on earth. This is what many people have said, even Israeli diplomats and politicians themselves have revealed. Largest concentration camp on earth. Every few years they want to mow the lawn with 2.3 million blades of grass, kill people, flatten buildings. We will rebuild. We will rebuild. They will flatten, we will rebuild. They will destroy, we will rebuild. Because we Muslims are a people who build for future generations. Not for, immortality on earth that some people are looking for. No. Every time we build a hospital again, every time we build a school again, every time we build an apartment complex again, we're building our palaces in paradise. So let's set aside some money. We all can look at our net worth, we all can look at our expenses and income, and set aside some money that this is what we're going to use to rebuild Gaza, to help them survive, because their survival, their existence is resistance. Their existence, their staying alive is success and victory for them. And this is something we can all have a hand in, helping these people in this key part of the world in surrounding Al-Quds, a land which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed. So put our money where our mouth is. It may be that Allah is giving you that money because He wants you to give it to those people who are in need, and He is just using you as an excuse, as a means. And if you stop giving it to those people, then Allah may stop giving it to us, subhanAllah. So here are the things that we can do. 5 things right now. Make dua, lobby, raise awareness ourselves using our online tools. Number 4, send moral support and solidarity to our brothers and sisters. And number 5, charity. Jazakumullah khairan.